Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Kedzierzowski and I am a student at Brenau University. This is my fall 2018 class, Strategic Thinking and Innovation. I want to take some time and talk with y'all about my new innovation, Kedzie's Toss and Sort, the best thing since laundry detergent. I'm going to explain how it will help people all over the world and explain to you how it works. I hope you enjoy this. Thanks. You may be asking yourself, what's this device and how will it help me? This machine is going to be the ultimate time saver for moms, dads, and single college students all over the world. I don't know about you, but anything to make my life just a pinch easier, I'm all about it. A machine like this will help check off one of those items on your to-do list so that you can get back to doing what you want to do and not what you have to do. As a working parent, household chores is one of the things on my weekend to-do list that I just wish would go away. I think most people would agree with me that spending their free time on the weekends doing chores is no fun. I would have to say that the chore I hate the most is going to be, drum roll please, laundry. In my house, I have 2 preteen boys, a husband, and 2 dogs. Both of my boys are very active in everything from their after-school activities to sports. And it seems that come time for the weekend, I have a giant mountain of laundry that needs to be completed before I have time to do anything else that I want to do. My boys can't even put their clothes in the laundry basket as they're told to do. So you can imagine they're not much of a help when it comes to doing their laundry. One day I was at home doing what everyone else is doing, and that is scrolling through Facebook on my phone. You know it's important that you take a few minutes and scroll through and make sure you haven't missed anything since the last time. It was while scrolling through that I came across an article talking about the world's first ever machine that was invented to fold your clothes for you. Mind blown. While I initially thought of the robot Rosie from a childhood cartoon called The Jetsons, I was pleasantly surprised that that wasn't the case. While I was glad to hear of one way to help me with my laundry chore, it did spark an idea in my head about another way to take that a step further, and thus the idea was born. Kedzie's Toss and Sort. Are you the kind of person who likes to do their laundry a little bit at a time during the week, or wait to tackle the mound during the weekend? I'm the kind of person that waits and does all the laundry in one day. I would say in my house I do about 6 to 8 dirty loads of laundry a week. Some weeks can be better than others, but even one load is too much for me. Did you know that the average family does 8 dirty loads of laundry a week? The average woman spends 119 minutes a week doing laundry. That's 1 minute away from being 2 hours, while a man spends about an average of 28 minutes a week. For an average family, that equals up to about 416 loads a year and hundreds of dollars in electricity, water, and laundry detergent. When trying to put together this new idea, I had to think about how would something like this be able to come together and work. I know that a lot of the technology would have to be used, and tools such as robotic arms and possibly weight sensors or laser sensors to tell light colors from dark colors. It took me some time to try and piece together all the different working and moving parts. Obviously, the first step is going to be the very fun part, and that would be to go out and explore a house and bring back your dirty laundry bounty, or have the kids bring it to you. Whatever works in your house. Once you have that pile of laundry, you can get started. I am going to walk you through how I envision my machine is going to work. The first step the first step would be to have the laundry in a pile. You would then pick up the articles of clothing and drop them onto a conveyor belt that would take them along into the machine. The next step would take place once the article of clothing is inside the machine. Robotic arms would pick up the piece of clothing and would then take it and turn it inside out right. Next, it would drop the clothing onto the conveyor belt, which would then transport it to the next part of the machine. Now, once the clothes have been turned inside out right, the next step will be to sort them based on colors. Inside will be 2 lasers that will be able to detect the colors of the clothes. Once the color has been identified as a light or a dark, a message will be sent to a sensor so that the article will transport to the next stage. Finally, once the clothes have been identified, they will then continue through until they reach 2 chutes. Darks will go out one to a waiting basket, and lights will go out the other to a second basket. On this page is an example of a working design of my machine, Kedsies Toss and Sort. It is a drawing that was completed by a coworker of mine for me. In the drawing, it kind of explains how the machine would work and what I would do. So first you would start with the basket of laundry, and it has like the conveyor belt. So you would put your laundry on the conveyor belt, and then it would go into the flaps of the machine. The first process is going to be to go ahead and take your clothes and turn them all inside out right. So once it is in the machine, it's going to have 2 robotic arms that are going to come through and turn the clothes inside out right, and it will continue down into the conveyor belt into the next step in the machine. On the next step in the machine, it is going to sit there, and with 2 different lasers, it's going to examine each pair of clothing and decide whether it is a light or a dark. Once the choice has been made for light versus dark, it's going to go on back onto the conveyor belt. Well, it'll be split into 2 sides. One side will be the lights and one side will be for the darks. Once it's finished, it will then go on into the appropriate chutes and down to your waiting baskets. Look and size. The machine is going to be a mid-size machine. It's going to be available in 3 different colors: black, white, and stainless steel. Lastly, I plan for the machine to be able to stay in someone's garage or laundry room, depending on size and availability. Most importantly, let's talk pricing. As I said before, there is currently a machine on the market that can fold your clothes. And right now, the cost is about $1,000 per machine. I think, given the need of cost of production, I would say that my machine is going to run about $1,000 to possibly $1,350. I also think it's important that it comes with a manufacturer warranty and possible rebates. I will have a 100% money back guarantee. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for listening to my presentation about Kedsies Toss and Sort. I hope that you found this information useful, and if you ever see something on the market, you'll think of me.